So here we have the Hyundai i30 1.4T GDI SE nav on a 17 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through the controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as we approach the back of the car, you'll see we've got reversing sensors, plenty of boot space along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat, and then underneath this section a space saver spare wheel. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and then I'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see that it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. The seats are as good as new. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start off with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the rev counter and the coolant temperature gauge, and on the right-hand side, the speedometer and fuel gauge. In the middle, you can see there's a digital readout for the speedometer. That information can be changed using buttons on the right-hand side of the steering wheel for various different bits of fuel economy information. And then directly below that, you can see the total miles on this car are 10,212. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the right hand side, the buttons I was using a moment ago are just here. We also have cruise control over this side as well. And then on the left hand side of the steering wheel, we've got stereo controls as well as the ability to answer and end phone calls. We then have voice activation for the phone. If you were to hit that button and ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list on your phone, it will do that without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is of course once you've paired the phone, and that is done on the central screen just here. So you've got a few menu buttons on the right and left hand sides, but essentially it's all touchscreen. So for example, if you hit that one that shows all menus, and if you wanted to pair a phone, you'd just follow the phone instructions on there. If you wanted the radio, you'd go into the radio section. And you can see when it comes to the radio, this car's got DAB, FM and AM radio. There are a few other ways to listen to music. Nothing is connected at the moment, but there are an auxiliary input, a USB input, and you can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio as well. So once you've paired up your phone, you can listen to your music as well as making and receiving phone calls. There's also satellite navigation available on this car, and that's accessed through the buttons on the right here. There's a full video showing how the satellite navigation works on our website and on our Facebook page. It's well worth checking that out. And finally, for the screen, if I pop the car into reverse, you can see that we have a full colour reversing camera. It also shows the guidelines on the ground, so you know where the car is headed in relation to the image that you see on the screen in front of you. Working our way down from there, we have the climate control, the air conditioning. So you can adjust the temperature over on the right hand side, fan speed over on the left. That button there will turn the air conditioning on, and there's a little blue light that comes on, and it will turn it back off again. And then you can determine where within the car you would like the air to blow. Underneath that, we have not one but two 12-volt charging sockets, as well as the auxiliary and USB input that I mentioned previously. The fully automatic gearbox. And then to the right and left hand sides of the gearbox, we have a couple of other buttons. So this one will turn on or off the front parking sensors. This is for the stop and start. So this car is designed to cut out in traffic to save you fuel. Hit that button and it will turn that system off. And then driver mode will change the setup of the gearbox from eco to sport and then back to normal. And you can tell what mode it's in up on the center console. Just here it says eco, sport, and then normal has nothing written there at all. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.